Peace and power, family. Welcome back to Unto with B, tips for creatives. And as always, we're going to get right into it. The first tip we have today is to visualize. Visualize your life if you overcome that which makes it difficult for you to change. So what I'm really asking or naming is that we have to start filling our imagination and our mind with things that we want to see. We have to start visualizing and creating the pictures in our mind of where we want to go, what we want to see, what we want to do, so that we can attract that energy to us and so that we can know what it looks like when it's coming our way, okay? If we start picturing what it would look like when we overcome these things that are holding us back, then we'll be better able to notice when things are changing and when things are shifting and when things are beginning to look like we want them to look. Okay, this goes into your creativity as well. Visualize, picture what you want your final product to be and move in that direction and move in that energy. Okay, the next tip is to prioritize those practices that work best. Times are only going to get rougher, so build your toolbox, okay? It's getting colder. It's getting darker earlier. People going to be trying you because they anxious about the gifts that they ain't bought yet, okay? So there are so many things that are going to come up, and we need to have our toolbox full with all of the different practices and resources that we need in this time. If you ain't been going to therapy, but you might need to do that, go ahead and call them up, find the free services, and just do the basic minimum that you can. Okay, we have to figure out which practices, whether it's journaling, whether it's jogging, whether it's making your own meals, whatever practices it is that actually motivates you to do better, to show up for yourself, to feel better. Those are the things you want to do. Y'all know me, I'm a dancer, okay? So every morning I get up and I shake my behind, all right? So if that's something that works for you or that might work for you, try it. Try adding dancing to your morning routine. Try adding a late night run if it's safe to your evening routine so that you can start doing the things that actually make you feel good and help you get to the place that you want to go, all right? The next tip says, you're on fertile ground. Trust yourself and keep planting the seeds, okay? One thing that I always like to think about is that times get harder right before your breakthrough, right? Y'all remember that picture of the man hoeing and hoeing and hoeing, and he almost there, but he turn around and go back right before he get to that big old juicy diamond, right? That is life, okay? We gonna be hoeing and hoeing and hoeing every single day. That's funny, but that's not what I mean. But we are gonna be, fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting every single day, right? And sometimes it feels like, fuck, I just need to give up. It's not worth it. This is useless. I've been working so hard. I've been doing everything that I can and I'm not getting nowhere. But when you get that feeling, when you get that to the bottom of the valley, that only means that you can only go up. We is about to rise. We are about to come up, right? And we just have to keep pushing through and keep showing up, okay? So you are on fertile ground. You're planting new seeds, starting new projects, making new connections, building new community. You're doing the thing that you want to be doing, whatever that is. You are on fertile ground, and just you have to keep moving forward. Okay, remember those practices. Visualize like we got this. Okay, and you have to keep moving forward, keep planting new seeds, keep trying new things so that you can make it through this rough season, because it's going to be rough. The world around us is going through things and we got our own problems to deal with. Okay, so you got this. Okay, you better keep hoeing and fighting. All right, the next tip says, write it down and let it go and breathe, okay? And this tip is specifically around things that are holding us back, things that we need to let go of. If you have thoughts that are lingering in your mind about a situation, about a mistake that you made, write it down, put it in a journal. I burn it, but you don't have to do that. You can rip it up. You can just throw it in the trash. You can, I don't know, it's been raining out here, so you can throw it in a puddle and watch it dematerialize. I don't know the right word for that. But whatever you need to do to let it go, right? And then breathe in that new energy. And whenever that thing comes back up, trying to get back in after you done already let it go, you breathe through that experience. You inhale and exhale audibly so people can hear you and know that you are doing the work to push through this moment. Okay? And fight that negative energy and fight that pull back into whatever that thing is that you released. Okay? So write it down so you can name it, so you can be clear on what it is. So the next time it show up, you know you need to block it and breathe, okay? Let it go, whatever that looks like for you, and breathe in that moment of letting it go so you can release the things. But also anytime it comes back up, you can breathe through it. You can push through it, and you will make it through it. I've been there. I know. Okay? And the next tip, I think this is the last one, says get clear on what patience, discipline, and distraction mean to you and do inventory. And I love that I'm ending it here because your girl been distracted. Okay? And the world has so much going on. It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to be pulled away. But what we have to do is slow down and pay attention to where our energy is going. Where's our patience going? Who are we giving that to? Where's our discipline going? What are we doing every day without having to push or pull ourselves, right? And where is our discipline, patience, and one more. Hold up, let me get back to it. Because I want to make sure I'm getting y'all right. Distraction, see? I told y'all I've been distracted lately, okay? But these things are getting in the way of you making that next step and making that next hump to go back up the hill from the valley. Okay? All right. So you need to get clear on where your patience is going, where your discipline is going, where your distraction, what things are distracting you from where you want to be, and what things you actually want to focus on, and do inventory. Put that stuff in the list. Get real clear so that when it pops up again, you know, I need some patience here. That might be a distraction. Okay? Get clear. Y'all got this. I ain't even worried. I love y'all. Stay safe.